Make sure it is working. Okay. Okay. Come on, dude. What's up, y'all? So, you are seeing Marvel's second e-collar session, not by choice. I recorded the first one yesterday, but turns out my camera was not recording at all, so that's frustrating. But for those of you looking to properly e-collar train your dogs, there is a process that I recommend following. A lot of people think you just slap an e-collar on a dog, they start doing stuff you don't want them to do, and you light them up for it. And in my opinion, that's not dog training. So there's a teaching process that everybody seems to miss. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So I conditioned him to this yesterday. How I did that was started at a level 1, went up one level at a time, gave him a tap to feel or figure out where he felt it, and didn't give any sort of like a oh shit reaction, but but just like I turned his head to the side like, what was that? Marvel. Good. Hi, Bubba. And to make a very positive association between this thing, because I don't ever want him to be freaked out or weirded out by this. I want him to know that it's just me giving him a quick text or a phone call of like, hey, come back to me. So what I do is just tap, yes, and then feed him. So that one, this weird sensation that he's feeling, yes, good boy, it becomes not so weird because he's now getting paid every time he feels it. So it'd be like if I pinched you and then gave you $5 for it. Like the pinch is annoying. It's not painful, but it's annoying. But it's like, hey, if I keep getting $5 for it, I'll let you just pinch me all day long. But it also lets him know that it's coming from me, because every time he feels it, I then acknowledge it with a yes, and then I reward him. Marvel, come here, Bubba. Come here, buddy. Good boy. And then that way he'll never be weirded out by this thing. Even when we do start using it on higher levels, it's not gonna just destroy his confidence, because he knows exactly what's expected of him. So I spent a good amount of time just tap, yes, feed, good boy. I'm gonna go down a little bit. He's at a 4, by the way, on the mini educator. And he's pretty sensitive to it, but he's not like yelping or anything. He's not like super fond of it, but we're gonna get him used to it. Come here, Bubba. Good boy. So I went down to a 3. Yes, good boy, which isn't much, but just keeping his reaction as minimal as I can. Come here, dude. Hey, Marvel, Marvel. Good boy. And then tap. Yes, good boy. Good boy, because he already knows what yes is, that it's a marker word. Good boy. And I'm mic'd up right now, but I have a sound box behind the camera. I'm gonna just explain what I'm doing for a minute, and then I'll take my mic off, turn the sound box on so you can hear exactly what I'm doing. Marvel, come here, dude. Come here, dude. And usually, I'd prefer doing this out on like the road or a driveway. I don't usually do it in the grass just because the dogs get distracted and start smelling, but this is what we're working with right now. Good. So just tap. Yes. Good boy. We'll go up a little bit since we're on grass. Marvel, come here. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. So just tap. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Come here, Bubba. Come here. I hear Roman. Tap. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. me make sure it is still recording. Real quick. It is. Okay. Should have done that yesterday. But oh well. Yeah. Tap. Yes. Good boy. Good. I always try to keep it fun. Takes their mind off of the e-collar and makes it a pleasant experience. That's the key to your success, is just making this as pleasant and positive as possible. Minimizing stress on the dog as much as you can. Now some of it, small bit of it, tap, yes, good boy, is inevitable. Because it is a weird feeling, but it's one that will save your dog's life. I'd say it's worth it. Marvel. And the leash just gives him a little bit of extra directional guidance, which I'm not using it for recall right now. Good boy. Tap, yes, good boy. Even though he's kind of got the idea because we did this yesterday, but all right, now I'm gonna let him wander around a bit. Come here. Good. And kind of get his focus off of me, get some space so I have the opportunity to recall him. Marvel, come. Yes. Oh, come. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So that was a good use of the long line, just giving him some directional guidance because he wasn't 100% sure where to go. So I just give him a little leash pressure to tell him, hey, when you feel this, but you're not sure what to do, now just follow the direction the leash is pulling you. Come here, dude. Okay, take. My memory card filled up and I didn't realize it as I was doing the sound box portion, so I'm going to redo that. But I've unhooked my mic so you can hear the sound box, which is set up behind the camera. Turn this down. So this is a 1, he's not going to feel this, but so that you can understand. There's a really loud truck behind me, 1 second. Gotta love Oklahoma and the rednecks. This is for more learning purposes. If you have an e-collar with your dog, you don't need to buy a sound box. This is so you can from this video understand and hear the timing, because you obviously can't tell when I'm pushing the button and releasing the button, so that's what the sound box is there for. So I have it set to continuous mode, so for the length of time that I have the button held down, the stim is going for that entire time, but also the sound box is going to go. So if I give it a tap, you just hear a quick and he can't feel that, but it would just be a nick. Just a quick split-second feeling of the stim of the e-collar. But if I hold the button down, the sound box keeps going and also the stim keeps going. So this will be good for you to understand when I'm using it. So I'm going to go back to his working level, which is a 4. He's a homebody for sure, but what you might struggle with, like you kind of may have seen, can you even see me with the sun? Yeah, you can. What you may struggle with in the beginning with him, if you saw he was staying with me pretty well, so it's hard to recall a dog if they are already with you. So I kind of just ignore him a bit and let him sniff, let him wander around and kind of leave me and check out so that I have the opportunity to recall him. So just take some patience, but my best advice for you if your dog is pretty clingy is to just kind of let him wander. wants to go in. No, come on, buddy. Come on, dude. No, we're not going in. Come on. Good. Also, using a long line, I have a lot of clients who are so, like, anytime the dog's feet get tangled in it, they're so preoccupied with getting them untangled. Don't worry about it. Just let them walk around with it. It's gonna happen. Yes! Good boy. Good boy. Good. Out inside. No, buddy. Come here. Come here, sit. Marble, sit. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good. And I can also kind of explain to you, if you didn't catch that, the timing of it. So before I actually give him the command, I am pressing the button, giving him the stim to initially just get his attention. Then I give, and I hold it down the entire time. I give the command. As soon as he turns to refocus on me and just look at me, starting to come in my direction, then I'll release it. So that's the negative reinforcement of teaching him how to turn it off and know that it's coming from me, is just once he turns and faces me. So initially when he feels it, he might be a little confused. Once he turns and faces me, it goes away. So in his mind, that tells him, that's exactly what I want you to do. It's going to stay on until you turn and face me, then it will go away. Marble, come here, buddy. Come here, Bubba. Come here, Bubba. And also, because he wants to go inside so much, I'm going to use that to my advantage, because that's when we get to this step, he definitely leaves me. So I'm just going to use this to call him to me, and kind of use that situation, his desire to get inside, to my advantage. Yes! Good boy! Good boy, buddy! Good boy! And I take a pretty big break in between each time I'm using it, just because I don't want to overload and overwhelm him and use it like 15 times over the course of just a couple minutes. Come here, dude. think in total that was maybe like 15-minute session. Hey, come back. Come back out here. I don't like to do it super long. I like to really go slow and take my time. So I'm minimizing the stress as much as possible. These cars. I try to minimize the amount of stress on the dog as much as I can, because although it is a low level, like it's weird and it's slightly aversive for them, and I don't want him to become super collar aware, and I want him to enjoy the process as much as possible. So I take my time, be patient, keep my sessions pretty short in the beginning, and then once he gets more comfortable and relaxes, then we'll start to build on that, and then using more distractions and newer environments. So, but that's all I'm going to do with him for this morning. We'll probably do another one this evening. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you have any video requests, anything you've been struggling with your dog that you want an explanation on, or more of a visual tutorial, if you will, more than happy to do it. Just let me know what y'all want to see, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.